Hello guys, welcome to this new episode. Today's video I'm going to show you guys some replays of ladder with 2.6 hog cycle. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins in a row, and that got me to 5.9k trophies, and I got a legendary chest. And I'm going to show you guys some replays and tell you guys how was my mentality while playing with 2.6 hog cycle in these matchups. So the first matchup is against this crazy double building balloon bowler deck, and let's go watch the first replay and I will tell you guys some tips. Let me just lower the volume a bit. So I start with my Hog Rider and a Spirit, and now that I know that my opponent has Furnace, I will be careful with my Hog Rider. In the next time that I play him. And now that I'm aware that my opponent has a balloon, I will always try to keep my Musketeer to counter the balloon. And now my opponent plays Bowler. I will try to cycle quickly to my Hog to play it in the other lane, opposite lane of the Bowler. And my opponent plays a Mortar, so now I know that my opponent has 2 buildings and a Bowler for my Hog. And this would not be a good matchup for us, but our opponent wasn't that good of a player, so despite being a bad matchup, we won in the end. So I will always try to keep my cannon or my musketeer or my fireball for the balloon, at least one of them to counter the balloon. And since my opponent played a bad furnace, he played a bad furnace on the right lane, I will punish him with Hog in the opposite lane, right after I counter this balloon with the cannon and the musketeer. And I also played musketeer in the right lane to counter that furnace. And my opponent made a mistake here, he played bowler in the right lane, which gave me the lane for free on the left. He freed the lane for me. I will play Ice Golem to aggro the Mora, fireball both the Mora and the Musketeer. And again I try to play cannon to pull the balloon. I just wait for my opponent to play bowler. Now that he played bowler, I will go Hog Rider, opposite lane again. That was a bad mortar, so he had to play this furnace to pull my Hog. And I used fireball on both the mortar and the furnace, because it was a positive elixir trade for us. Then I start to cycle spells now. This bowler was not good. He should have played the bowler in front of the princess tower, so that the bowler would pull the Hog Rider away from the tower. And here I use mortar to aggro I use Ice Golem to aggro the mortar, and I use my Hog Rider to aggro the bowler, and again cannon for the knight and the bowler and the balloon, fireball just to guarantee that balloon will not hit our tower, and now it's just a matter of defending and cycling spells to take the left tower. Just a fireball and that's a good game. So let's go for the next match. Next match I'm playing against Giant. Giant also is not a bad matchup for 2.6. You just have to be careful and not make any mistakes, because even a small mistake can cost you the game. Here my opponent plays Giant, so I'll play cannon to pull the giant, and here I should have fireball both the minions. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick. But I just could hit the bomber and one of the minions. That could have given me some more damage in the tower. You could have taken more damage, but fortunately we didn't. So now I try to go opposite lane of his giant pushes. I will go left lane with my Hog Rider. And now I know that my opponent has Skeleton Army. So I'll be ready for the next time when I push with Hog Rider that my opponent has Skeleton Army. Here my skeletons were a little bit late, so we took a lot of damage with that musketeer. But that's okay. Now I go opposite lane with my Hog Rider. When you play against giant, it's better to go opposite lane. And here I tried to predict the Skeleton Army, but he didn't have it in hand yet, which was a small mistake by me. And here take some damage from the bomber, the mirrored bomber. Now our towers have even damage, and we have kind of a elixir advantage because of that. Here I know that my opponent doesn't have Skarm in hand because he cycled faster than his Skarm, so I will not try to predict the Skarm with the log. And notice how I play my musketeer far away from the cannon, so that he can't fireball both the musketeer and the cannon. Here I play another cannon just to avoid that bomber and giant damage. And now that my opponent plays Skarm in the right lane, I will just go with Hog Rider opposite lane to punish his Skarm. Here I fireball both the bombers because it's a he spent 7 elixir, I spent 4, is a +3 elixir trade for me. And again, notice how I play my musketeer far away from the cannon, so my opponent has to choose what he wants to fireball, and because of that he can't reach my tower. And that's it, good game. Pretty clean game, just some minor mistakes at the start. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick. So next game against Tombstone Nado, which could be really bad, but we actually can outcycle his Nado, and we can always fireball the Tombstone of our opponent. So he starts with Hog, then I play a cannon to in a fire spirit to cycle the cannon. Not cycle the cannon, actually, just to freeze the Hog. So here I notice my opponent has Tombstone. I use the Ice Golem to mitigate damage from the Royal Ghost, and I just try to log the Witch just to push her a little bit away, and I cycle to my Musketeer to counter the Baby Dragon. And now try to protect the Musketeer, get some nice tower damage with the Musketeer there, and I try to defend his Hog with my cannon. And now I know my opponent has Nado, so now I will try to outcycle his Nado, and I always try to fireball the Tombstone. Here Musketeer again will get a lot of damage in the tower because he played that Baby Dragon too late. I use my skeletons to kite the Baby Dragon and mitigate some damage on the tower, and now I can just fireball the Tombstone, which is a negative trade, but it's worth because now my Hog Rider can go directly to my opponent's King Tower. I play this cannon to counter the Royal Ghost, and I use Ice Spirit to kite it. Now I know my opponent will play Hog, so I play Musketeer on the opposite lane to counter push in the opposite lane after killing the Hog. And he spent his Needle, so I can... Yeah, there he plays his Tombstone. My Musketeer got a lot of damage. I play my Cannon high just to not give him poison value. I use my Hoggery here to kite the Baby Dragon and the Royal Ghost. Now it's just a matter of defending and waiting for a good moment to start spell cycling my opponent. So now I start spell cycling him, and it's just a matter of defending now and cycling a log. So that's it, good game, well played, and I'll show you guys next matchup now. Now for the last matchup, it was against this Lavaloon deck with Barbarians and Tombstone, which is a hard matchup for us, but I'll show you guys how I managed to beat this deck. I'm very proud of this win, and you guys will see why. So against, I will start with the Hog Rider on the right lane. So my opponent plays a Tombstone and a Zap, which is a 5 for 5 trade, so we are even in Elixir. And now I will just cycle a Spirit. Now that I know my opponent has Lava Hound, I try to go with Hog Rider in the opposite lane. I try to be as much aggressive as possible. I try to be really aggressive when my opponent plays Lava Hound in the opposite lane. I was going with a Hog Rider in the opposite lane of the Lava Hound. Now I try to cycle my ship cards to kite the Barbarians to the opposite lane, so my Musketeer can deal with them. And again, I will be ready with my Hog to go opposite lane of his Lava Hound. And I will try to be really aggressive. I know my opponent has Tombstone in hand, so I will play my Hog, and I will be ready with the Log to counter the Tombstone. Here, as you can see, I play the Hog, and I will play the Log to counter the Tombstone. That's the perfect timing. Now my Hog can get a lot of damage. That was a really bad fireball for my opponent. Now I can play safely my Musketeer in the same lane of the Lava Hound. And now I'll again try to cycle as fast as possible to my next Hog. So now my opponent plays a Lava Hound left lane. I will go opposite lane with the Hog. And I know he has Barbarians in hand. I will just wait until he has enough Elixir and predict the Barbarians with a fireball. And with this fireball, we won the game. A +1 Elixir trade and a lot of damage to the right tower that he could not defend. Now we can just try as much as possible to defend. So that prediction was what won us the game. I was very proud of this win because of that. Here I tried to fireball the balloon just to mitigate some damage. And we need to keep pressuring opposite lane of the Lava Hound just so he can't have enough elixir to make another big push. And I'll try to keep my Musketeer and my other cards to defend the balloon. Fireball just to make sure that the balloon will not hit the tower. And again, he will play Lava Hound on the left lane, so I'll go with Hog in the right lane just to make him spend some elixir. So that's it, we got the game because of that prediction. It's a pretty good game in the end. I was very proud of this win. It's a really bad matchup for Hog Rider, but because of that prediction we won the game. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and join me next time when I will show the rest of the replays until I got the 5.90k trophies. And hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like and subscribe. and I will try to put as much as possible content in the next. So see you guys in next video. Bye guys.